Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Sideshow Collectibles G.I. Joe Warrant Officer Flint. And this is the Sideshow exclusive, and I am super stoked to have another Sideshow Collectible G.I. Joe figure in my collection because I'm a huge G.I. Joe fan and I love them so much. I love G.I. Joe. I can't help it. It's my childhood. So we got ourselves Flint in this beautiful box. So the box itself does say G.I. Joe on the top. We got Flint posed up like this on this side. Then we have him posed up like this side. Got some info on the back. Let's take a look. So on the back, we got Flint showing off some of his gear. Looks so good. The harness, the shotgun shells, all that. And what's great too is we do have his file card. And look at all that. That just takes back to the old school 3 3/4 Joes. So the actual packaging, it's magnetized on the side. So you actually have to flip this little side piece open. And then it opens up, and we'll take a closer look at how this all looks and what it all says. So the box opens up, and it has a lot to look at. So we'll start over here at the gear loadout. It's a whole bunch of gear. Look at all that. And then what's great is the weapons are all right here. We get the laser rifle. We get a nice combat shotgun. Pistols, shotgun shells, alternate hands, like tons of stuff, which we'll look into detail. And what makes him exclusive is he comes with that amazing looking shotgun. That's the exclusive piece when you get this Sideshow exclusive Flint. Then we get some read up information in the center. Then we get the figure displayed all right here. He is displayed a little bit different than you normally would with a brand new figure because this was a loose figure from somebody's collection that I obtained. So let's go ahead and get all this out of the box and take a closer look at it. Now, Flint out of his cardboard coffin looks fantastic, and he came with a buttload of accessories. One of the iconic items that you get in the box is a stand, and since he's a G.I. Joe, you get the G.I. Joe logo right there. If he was Cobra, he'd have the Cobra logo, as you guys might have seen in my previous reviews of other Sideshow Collectible figures. And pretty cool that we get these. And to start off, I guess we'll start off with the hands. He came with a pair of fisted hands. The gloves are like a brown leather, almost like impact gloves, sculpted to look like a softer fabric, two tones and everything. It looks really nice. Very nice. So we get a pair of these. There's two gripping hands. This one is closed a lot more. One is equipped on him that's opened up a lot more, but it's still a gripping hand. It's one trigger hand that he has equipped. And then we have the open palm grenade holding type of hand. And I mean, look at that. Look at all that. That just looks so good. So good. I love the detail. So the hands were sort of and then he came with a bunch of patches. So let's take a look at these patches. Now, besides the patches that he has on him, he came with 4 of these little American flags. I guess it'd help if I had it up right. So he has 4 of these little patches attached by some Velcro. Comes with a couple ones that say G.I. Joe. If you want your Flint to be labeled as a Joe. If you don't want him labeled as a Joe, you can just have him labeled as U.S. Army. If you want a more modern military. Then we get his full first name, Flint, or well, should I say his code name, Flint. Then we get his surname, Fairborn. So you can have it set up however you want. So you get to customize the patches however you really see fit, because it is your figure. You do whatever you want. He does come with some canteen holders right here. Don't look like much because they're not really all put onto the harness and everything. So 2 identical ones to hold his 2 canteens that he got. And the 2 canteens are going to be these. They look very, very good, sculpted. It's crazy how much detail the catches, like all the little top and screw on parts, and looks good. Crazy if it would have been able to open. And then his harness itself came with some more parts. These look like they can hold like the grenades or something like that. 2 of those. Really can't tell what they are or make out until I load them up. They just look like pieces of cloth with buttons. And then his harness, which has like the whole awesome holsters to hold all those shotgun shells. Which again, this just looks like a slop of cords and all that stuff. So once I actually put it all together and equip it, you'll see what he looks like. Now, that bandolier holds a bunch of these shotgun shells. The shotgun shells are gorgeous. They're just casted, looks like in 2 types of plastic. You get the black plastic, and then you get the gold, or it's painted gold. It's hard to tell. Actually, there you go. There's a little over paint. So it is painted. So it's casted in black plastic and painted gold for the end. And it looks so good. You can't even really see what's inside, but it has the whole slug actually in there. See if I can get the light to capture. There you go. He also comes with this awesome watch. Sculpted just like a watch. All the detail they put in the face of the watch is pretty insane. Nice. Looks clean. Something you definitely want to have as a soldier. He does come with also 3 of these grenades. The pin is actually metal. Thing looks so good. Yay for grenades. Gotta have grenades. And speaking of grenades, he comes with 2 smoke grenades. One is labeled red, other one yellow, and you can really tell the difference by the top. They have a color, 2 of them. And it's pretty cool because you gotta have smoke grenades. Gotta be able to, call in those airstrikes and everything. And it just looks so nice. And again, has metal pins for the pins. Then he comes with a pistol. 40 cal, 45, whatever you want to call it. Looks really good. It's sculpted and it looks like a nice professional pistol. And I love the trigger, the grip on it. Everything about it looks so nice. It's clean. I mean, you can't really be angry at this. Like, you could add a little bit of like silver edging to it to make it look worn, but I would think he would take a lot of pride into his weaponry. So this part actually slides back, so you get the slide to lock back, and everything looks, again, amazing. And what's even better is you can actually see, it'll focus there instead of focusing on Flint, because I know, there you go, you can see the bullet in there. And the reason you can see the bullet is because the magazine itself, again, sculpted very nicely, has a bullet on top. Because when you take out the magazine, you can actually see right through it. So it's nice to see that it's a fully loaded magazine, ready to go. Very nice weapon. And just like Duke and some of the other figures, you do get that retro 80s laser rifle. Like, it's good. It's very nice. Nicely painted and everything. Will I put it with him? I'm not sure. Probably not. But it is his classic, it's that laser rifle we'd see, where they'd be shooting thousands of bullets and not hitting anything, except for maybe vehicles to blow them up. Then we get into his combat shotgun. Now, this thing has some straps attached to it so you can sling it over them. This thing is insanely cool, the amount of detail they put into it. And it has some weight to it. You got the scope down there, which was hoping you can really do it. Oh, it slides. Okay, the rail system actually works. So you can adjust the EOTech sight anywhere along the rail. And this thing looks so good. It's exactly like what a holographic scope would look like. So nice. And then as you saw, this thing does slide, so you can pump the shotgun there. Even can attach stuff like the rail system right there is so nice too. It's just everything about like the detail and love that they put into these figures. It's sad that they stopped. And I'm super geeking out because I think they look so good. Trigger looks good. You got the spot. Almost looks like you just push it up and it load up a shell into the bottom. Oh, the back actually extends out. So you got the nice collapsible stock. Very good. But yeah, this thing is nice. Very nice. I could see Flint wrecking some Vipers with this. Cobra Troopers. Definitely a really nice gun. And then we get into the exclusive, which is beautiful in its own little way. It's just that classic old school sawed-off shotgun. Very nice looking. Again, underneath, you have the spot where you put the shells to load it. The side has the discharge right there. Trigger, everything just looks good. And it pumps. It'll pump you up. But you get the nice texture right there too on the front. Like this is definitely going to be on him. I might have hit this in his main hand. Then might have this just hanging from him just because it has the harness and the sling and whatnot. So I'll probably do that. And then we'll get into the figure before I deck them all out. So let's take a closer look. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. He comes with his beret. You know, he's got his Ranger beret, and it looks pretty good. Hard plastic. So let's go ahead and take a look at Flint up close. So Flint has a pretty awesome face. Like he looks like Flint. Like they took a little bit of the cartoon and comic and sort of turned him real. I think they did a really good job. He just has a snarky look to his face. And to me, like the leaders, like everybody who says like General Hawk, you know, he's the general, but like Flint and Duke were like the guys in charge to me. Like they were the ones that controlled the Joes. But this guy looks really, really good. He's got that crew cut. He's got the stripes on his shoulders. He's got his airborne pin right there. It's one of those patches as Flint. Last name. I'll probably change these up a little bit. Got some more on this side. So that's the cool thing about them. These are Velcro, so you can just change them up however you want. And he even has metal dog tags. And you really can't. I mean, you can see a little bit of the info on that. Let's see. I can hardly make it out. But each one, oh, it does say. It's like his last name. It says Flint on there. So you can read it, and there's some number or date of birth on there. So you can read the stuff that's on his dog tags. Then, you know, he has these gloves on, the ones that we were looking at on the other hands. And he has a really cool belt buckle, gold, the eagle on it. It's got all these like individual like bullets. Thankfully, these things don't come out because that would be a pain. It's already going to be a pain to put all those shotgun shells in there. Holster for his gun. A strap right there. Looks like magazine can go in there. It's got this nice tiger camo. Again, looking so good. Very, very good. And then we get into his boots. Boots done really well. Very, very well. Now, articulation-wise, his head does look left and right. He can look down quite a bit. I mean, he gets a lot because not only is his head on a swivel and everything, but his neck actually moves. Then his arms can go up. He's got upside down elbow. Swivel this around. So his elbow, once you get it in the right positioning, bends up. It's like double jointed, if you can see. And you get the wrist rotation, wrist bend. Very good articulation there. Let's get a lot of ab bending, leaning back, all that. He has so much motion and movement. It is awesome. Then his legs, you could do side kick. You can do pretty much the Van Damme, as long as the pants give. And then he can do, his pants are falling out this way, so he can do a full kick, as you can see. Doesn't feel like he has a hip swivel. Does have nice double jointed knees. Double jointed knees are nice. And ankle rotating, a little bit of bend, or I don't know what it can do in there. It's doing something. But let's go ahead and get Flint all geared up so we can really see how he looks. So after some work, because this guy definitely took some work to gear up, because all of these little shotgun shells, you have to put them individually and put all his stuff on, and it's awesome. Like his shotgun with the 1-point sling, I just have it drooped down and hanging in front in case he jams on this one, needs to quickly grab that one. Got the smoke grenades attached into little pouches, put the grenades on the back of those. Got his 2 canteens and extra magazine pouches right here, and the magazines are all in there. And his pistol fits perfectly in this little pouch down here. Magazine in the front. Like everything that he has, pretty much he can carry or equip onto him. And this is how I'm going to have my Flint. I mean, he is freaking awesome. I really, really like the look of this figure. I love it's Flint, hands down. Now, I did not equip this laser rifle or anything with them. It's not something I probably would equip. And then what's great about Sideshow with these figures is, since these are so tiny, they did include 4 extras, which is nice. So, I mean, you can, use them for some photography or something like that in case you want them fully geared and maybe like some of the shells falling out. A lot of options that you can get, and I'm not disappointed with this figure whatsoever. The stand fits very nicely on him, allowing you to just set him up, and he is ready to kick some Cobra butt. Like that is, it's just so good. I like it. I like it a lot. Like I think the 1-point sling, the only thing I don't care for is the fact that it's like it's overlapping the bullets, shoving them up, because these are on their own little part. So I mean, I might put them underneath, but it just putting that underneath the whole like harness just wouldn't make sense. So I guess I just need to slide the bullets under and put the strap over a couple of the bullets. But again, this thing is gorgeous, and it's Flint. When you look at and you see this figure, this is original old school Flint. Hands down. I love it. And that sums up my unboxing and review of Sideshow Collectibles G.I. Joe Warrant Officer Flint, the Sideshow exclusive edition. And if you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more, and make sure you check out Toyco, Toys and Collectibles. Both Facebook groups are down below. The first one's the community. You can join up, interact with your fellow nerds and collectors, talk figures, trade figures, buy figures. It's just a great community to be a part of. Then you also have the second group down below, which is the pre-order group. Join up. It allows you to be in the know with collectibles, let you know when stuff's coming out, and you also get dibs on some amazing pre-order pricing because, hey, that new X-Men wave's coming out of Marvel Legends. You need to pre-order that because hunting that is going to be a pain. So I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.